in.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Here, can you hold this while we talk?
Sure.
It's a tool we use in our business that I really think hopefully will help you get you in the mood for some baseball. So you've heard of Play-Doh, right?
Yeah.
You can shape it, mold it, stretch it. Well, we like to do this thing called Play-Doh tickets, where we can shape and mold your tickets to fit your specific needs. In fact, I even brought some Play-Doh with me here today. So just a couple quick questions for you. First off, how many local salespeople do you have?
About 10.
Okay, great. And how many key accounts does each salesperson have?
5 to 10 accounts.
And what size is an important account?
Around $10,000.
Okay, and how important is new business to your salespeople?
Very important.
Do you have a strict plan that is designed to get new business every month?
Yeah.
Great. So while we're talking about new business, is there anyone else involved in the decision-making process that we'll need to talk to you today?
No.
Terrific, so I'm glad I'm talking to the right person then. So it's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business. By using our Play-Doh tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track. For example, the first step would be to have each salesperson identify in writing which new prospects are key to them. That wouldn't be too difficult, would it?
No, not at all.
Most of my clients have told me the key to building business from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of times to build that relationship, salespeople use out-of-the-office methods like golf or lunches. Some of my clients have told me their problem with golf, though, is they're just not very good golfers, and it's almost embarrassing for them to play. And besides, golf's pretty expensive. Plus, when was the last time you had a memorable lunch on a golf course? So my question for you is, what tools do your salespeople use to develop relationships?
We use social media, emails, conferences, dinners.
Okay. So, I have a little proposal for you, and here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect he's been working on for a while. He says, "Hey, how about joining me for the Ironbirds game next week? I've got the company's club-level seats." Now, this is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospects to go with him. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away doesn't help build that relationship. So, how effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at our game would be for your relationships?
Very effective.
Great. But would it be even better if you as the president or maybe your sales manager would also go? Would you be willing to do that occasionally?
Definitely.
I'm so glad you said that. In fact, Johnson Company right down the street said the same exact thing. And in fact, I brought a letter with them so you can take a look at their CEO and what he had to say about it. Now, would it be asking too much of your salespeople to spend just one evening a month with a solid potential client? It should be someone the salesperson has already identified you as a key new business prospect.
No, I don't think that's too much.
Great, so our baseball season is about 3 months long. So if each one of your salespeople took just one key prospect a month to one of our games, each salesperson would bring 10 prospects a season. Of those 3 prospects, how many of those do you think would end up being customers?
Probably 4 or 5 at least.
Pretty good. So let's see. If each salesperson just committed one prospect to become a customer, that would be $10,000 for each salesperson, which would be $100,000 in new business. Do you see how I arrived at that number?
Yeah.
Now, you know, we've been talking about new business, so we may as well also consider your existing clients, because after all, your competitor might be out there trying to build the same relationships with your clients. Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with a prospect?
No, we can do that.
So to give each salesperson one game a month for a prospect, you would need 10 games a month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you would need a similar number of games per month for your salespeople to be able to take existing clients out to the games. So each salesperson would need 2 games per month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. Now, we had talked earlier about you wanting some flexibility for you or your sales manager to also attend games or for additional people from the prospect side to attend. So in order to do all of that, I would personally suggest 4 seats per game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great. So now let's talk about which type of product will work best for you. Based on what you've told me, I would suggest that you get 4 club-level seats per game, 10 games a month. That way, you would be able to I could do club-level seats, all you can eat. You would have a great time at the park for $100 a game which would come out to over 10 games would be $1,000. Does this sound like how your clients and prospects would like to enjoy a night?
Definitely.
And besides, all that additional revenue has got to help the bottom line, right?
Totally.
So as I mentioned, the return on investment is substantial. If each salesperson gets one new client and retains one existing client, this program would give you over $10,000. The cost each year for this program would be roughly $1,000 per year. This would give you a set of 4 seats for each game. How happy do you think you would be with those results by giving this plan a try? The decision would be worth at least $100,000 in new business to you and maybe up to $200,000 in overall business. Does this plan work for you?
Yeah. I'm not sure about this and have to talk to a few people first. Give me a call next week and I'll let you know.
I can understand that. Actually, I'm going to be right down the street at the Berkeley company, right down the street for a meeting at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Would it be okay to stop by here at 9:30 to wrap up any new questions and to get the deal wrapped up for sure?
Yeah.
Great. So, thank you for taking time, and I'll see you Tuesday morning then.
Great.